Hi, making dinner. Would you like to join? It's gonna be Italian tonight. I'm going to slice up some squash and zucchini into thin slices, and I'm going to incorporate mozzarella cheese, farmer's cheese, a little bit of leftover bacon, garlic, that's a lot of garlic, and leftover meatballs that are already Italian flavored. And I'm going to get some jarred marinara, and I'm also gonna cut up some fresh Roma tomatoes. And I think we have also some ripe, like cherry tomatoes. And then on the side, should I do some onion? Here's the tomato situation. And yeah, this is a nice little onion. I think I'm gonna do the onion too. 1 yellow squashed, sliced. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of marinara down, and I'm gonna spread this out, and then I'm gonna start placing the squash in here. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on those. All right, so I'm gonna cut this onion up next and then do the zucchini, so this can be kind of sprinkled in the middle. Does anybody have any suggestions for something awesome to do with this like Mac Daddy ginormous onion? What's something oniony and amazing I could do with this? I'm gonna stop with this little bit left over because I feel like this is enough onion. Zucchini slices are placed. Now I'm thinking, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more marinara at this point and add a little bit of the garlic, farmer's cheese, then meatballs, and I'll check back in. I'm just gonna, oh yeah, I have the fresh tomatoes too. I'm not sure, I think I'll add them next. Well, I'm gonna add them next. All right, I got tomatoes on there, and I'm gonna do a little sprinkling of Italian seasoning blend at this point. And here is some garlic. We'll try to fairly evenly disperse. That's not very even. We'll just kind of scooch around, spread out a little bit there, darling. Garlic. Farmer cheese will be next. Also, I'm far enough in the process that I'm finally deciding to preheat the oven. I knew it was going to take me a while to figure out how I was going to mix all this stuff together and like stack it up, so I didn't want to turn the oven on too soon. But I feel like now I'm at a point where realistically I could turn it on and get it started. So I cut it in half, and I'm just gonna squeeze this out onto the cutting board and crumble it up. It crumbs really easily. I just used the knife to, separate it really quick. Up next, I'm gonna cut up these meatballs. I'm just gonna do slices, I think. Seems good. I'm just gonna slice like each one into 4 pieces. All right, and these are pre-cooked, pre-seasoned chicken meatballs. At first I was like, do I want to use this whole thing of mozzarella cheese that I have left? And then I was like, yes, I do. So here is this. Chop up these 3 slices of bacon. I think this is gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna put foil on top and put it in the oven for, I'll say 15 minutes with the foil covering it. Then I'll take the foil off and do it a little bit longer, just in time. In the meantime, I'm going to boil some water to do some noodles on the side. Putting these things away in the fridge, and I'm gonna get together some stuff for a salad too. Beautiful. I'm gonna cut up some carrots. This is how many carrots I'm using. All right, done cutting carrots, and going to pop the foil off and see how these veggies are looking. They smell really good. That Italian seasoning. All right, I'm gonna do another 5 minutes with foil on. My noodles are done. Rinsed them with cold water. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in there, and it should not be like hot. Like, I don't want the noodles to keep cooking, but I want to melt the butter. Cut up these lovely Romas, gonna add that. And timer went off again. Looking better. All right, I'm gonna still do another 5 minutes with foil on. I just really wanna make sure the veggies, like the squash and zucchini, get tender. I can hear them cooking in there, starting to make, you know, a little noise. The liquid probably releasing from the tomato, and then also because I had a little bit of marinara sauce. So the liquid's starting to hopefully help the veggies soften and cook. So that's good. Like I said, I'm gonna do another 5 minutes still with the foil on. And then after this, I think I'll be ready to do it with foil off and let the cheese on top get all nice and good. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna add a little grated parm to those noodles. Taste testing one. Good, good. Salad. I like to take some of the skin off because I think it tastes better that way. There's so much cheese in the main dish that I'm just gonna do a tiny sprinkle of shredded cheese in the salad, but not too much. Okay. Oh, little piece of cheese is on the foil. Come on, buddy. I'm just gonna have to eat that piece. All right, I'm gonna push this back in, and oh yeah, see some bubbling? That's good. Cheese is good. All right, need that too. Still go a little longer. It's not hot enough yet. Let's see. We'll do 10 minutes. And just because I have it, I'm gonna do a handful of chopped broccoli in the salad too. Okay, we are bubbling, looking good. I could take it out, but I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes. All right, I'm gonna take that out and let it sit on the stovetop for a sec. It smells so good. Yeah, that definitely, those got cooked. They're soft. Just wanted to make sure. So personally, I am going to do a scoop of noodles and then a scoop of this veggie cheese meaty mixture on top. But I have a feeling that some people, Lucy, is going to want to have things separated on their plate and not put together, which is totally fine.